How important is it to have great relationships in business, and why? Now, how can I connect what she just said? 'Cause what she was saying was, there's other opportunities outside of music, man, that you got to live on and make money. This is
Mhm.
one reason. This is one reason why it's important to have a great relationship in business, because you know what, the person, if you don't, the person that you hadn't teed off, you hadn't burned a bridge with, they may
Mhm.
have, if they like you, they may have another business that they may let you buy into that could make you a return. It ain't got
Right.
nothing to do with music. It could be a car
Right.
lot, right?
Yep.
That person may be looking for a partner, because a business essentially four people, man, can go in, just like those people in Georgia that bought those 92 acres of land. I think it was 19 families. They all came together and bought
Mhm.
92 acres of land. Why is it important, man, to have good relationships in business? You don't burn your bridges. You don't
No,
you,
not
you don't
at all.
destroy your relationships, because that person that maybe y'all couldn't get together on the music tip because maybe one time. But if they like you as a person, they got another business deal going on outside of music, and they want to
Mhm.
bring you in, and you can feed your family off that to help you get by until y'all can do this other deal in music. I'm gonna start
Right.
right now. I'm gonna let you go, Danny.
Yeah, so yeah, keeping your relationship maintaining, because one of the things that people don't realize, and I have to tell independent artists this all the time, just because you see this industry as a $6 billion a year industry,
Mhm.
this is a very small industry, and
Mhm.
people talk. I got a homeboy on the line right now that me and him we could do a whole show on when we done ran credit on somebody and we done compared notes because something smelled funny. You know what I mean? And your reputation will follow you
Yep.
wherever you go. And so it's always important that even if you disagree with somebody, you know what I mean, be real with them and say, "This is it. We can't do business no more." Bam. But if
Right.
you out here being shysty, that shystiness will follow
Mhm.
you, especially in the music industry. And it's real, real hard to get rid of that stigma. Really, really difficult. And that's another thing. And another thing, like Rico said, you know, um, if you have certain skills, if you are a social media manager, if you are a
Mhm.
graphic artist,
Mhm.
if you have all of these skills that you, as an independent artist, you've had to pick up in order to further your career. Well, then guess what? Those are great business opportunities for you to get out there and to make some revenue while your music career is going. You know,
Right.
and business, just like we just talked about with the music business, business as a whole is about relationships.
Chips.
Can you
Yeah.
maintain a relationship with people? You know, and so that's the only way that you're going to be able to survive. And going back to our whole shark motif,
Mhm.
it's very, very rare that you see one shark. You see a pack of them jokers. They
Mhm.
all
All
go to eat. You know what I mean? They all go to eat. If one of them
all
figure out where the food is at, it's a they hit a hootie hoo and they all come. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Be very, very careful about the relationships that you're in.
B, anything you want to add, B?
um just I'm still on hootie hoo.
Hootie hoo!
No, I mean, just focus. You have to pay attention to who's around you.
Right,
All the time. All the time,
right.
you have to pay attention to who's around you. Even you will find that some people that are really that you think are close to you aren't. It's bandwagon jumpers. You gotta pay attention to them. You gotta pay attention to people that come up and say, "I could do this and that for you."
Mhm.
And come the fact they can't do anything for themselves. They late on their rent too. So
Say that again.
Facts.
um, you know, it's um it's just a lot. Like you really have to stay focused and pay attention to what's going on around you. And a lot of people aren't. They just see music, lights, camera, action, and they're tunnel vision to this, and they're not focused on anything else. You need to get you a good attorney. I have one on retainer. Everybody should have one on retainer.
That
You need
brings
one.
that brings
Can
us
you?
to question number 6 when she started talking about the attorney. Why should you do have good business etiquette? So etiquette, what does that mean to you, Sharice?
I mean, you have to learn how to conduct yourself. I mean, I've worked in corporate America. You just got to learn how to talk to people, but you have to learn how to talk to them on their level.
Mm,
I can
mm,
I can corporately fuss somebody out and not say one curse word and not be disrespectful either.
mm.
Um, but it's a learned thing, and you have to take time to learn these things. It's not something that's adapted overnight, but you can pay attention and you can actually YouTube is everything, okay, people? YouTube is everything. If you don't know it, YouTube will teach you. Um, but I just learned it over years of just working in I worked in corporate America for so long, just being a chef, being an executive chef, and just to sit in meetings, dealing with a lot of stuff that goes on. You just have to learn how to say things but not get fired, or say things and not disrespect people where they feel like, oh, well, I understood what she was saying. I'm not mad about it. I don't want to fire her today. You know, it's just a way that you have to talk to people and not piss people off. That's all.
What what about you, D?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and add on to what she was saying. There's a saying, all money ain't good money.
Mhm.
And the reality of it is, good business etiquette is the way that I'm going to conduct business. I gotta, and we're not going to add, because what our religious beliefs are in this conversation. We're not going to add,
Mm,
whatever. If we're just talking about just straight business, there's a
business.
way that I'm going to conduct myself, because you know what? I got to look at myself in the mirror as I'm
Right.
conducting business. So therefore, that means that if I say I'm going to do something,
Mm.
well, that's questionable. if you do
Woo!
if you doing business with other people that's got gold teeth in their mouth, that's different.
Yeah, that's a little
But
different.
yeah,
Yeah.
but you're right about that though. But like for example, let's say all three of us are in on a business deal with a
Mhm.
client, and the client is like, okay, I'm gonna pay y'all X amount of dollars a month for y'all to do this service for me, right? It is bad business ethics if we all made this deal